Good morning, everybody. You know, I love my city of New Orleans. I love it. There's no place else like it in the world. And I've been around the world. And we've had one hell of a mayor in office over there. Latoya the Destroyer Cantrell. And it's funny how people, I guess, thought things would be different after she got elected. I mean, before she even got into office, as a council member, she was investigated for misuse of city credit cards, for grocery shopping and Walmart runs. She's using the city credit card for that, for her own personal business. All right. In 2017, she owed $95,000 to the IRS in back taxes and had $30,000 in liens, minimum. She paid all of it back, got everything squared away once she got called out on it. But yeah, so it's just a shady pattern. She likes spending money that's not hers, and then when called out, trying to pay it back real quick so nobody really notices it. Yeah. She loves getting by the skin of the teeth. So, it wasn't surprised when I saw that she's taking first-class, lavish trips all over the world. $30,000 in a year just in airfare, just for her, not counting lodging, food, entertainment, and the rest of her staff. That's just her. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. She's being called out for misuse of city property, where her and her private security guard, the freaking NOPD officer Jeffrey Vapier, if I said his name correctly, he has turned in timesheets at this residence where she's been seen at all hours at night, and she's has no reason to be there. No official reason to be there, him and her. So I wonder, what would a married woman be doing at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning at an apartment, a city-owned apartment, away from her husband, with just her and a security guard? Yeah. That's funny. He's been seen acting more like a boyfriend, watering the plants at the apartment, letting her walk out first from stores and businesses while he's looking on his phone, while he's supposed to be doing security. Security, you don't let somebody go out first, especially with you on your phone. You lead the way. You gotta make sure they're walking into a safe environment. This cat not doing that. He's acting more like a boyfriend, not security. And then now I'm finding she's under investigation by the FBI under warrants from a federal grand jury for misuse of campaign funds and multiple other things that include her and her staff and family. So it's, yeah, but what do you expect? It's New Orleans. It's a Democrat-run city, and it has been for a long time. I looked back. The last time we had somebody other than a Democrat, and it was a Republican, right a few years after the Civil War. Benjamin Flanders in 1872 was the last Republican or non-Democrat mayor of New Orleans. And it's just gotten trashed. And what's funny is also that all this racism and They want to tear down statues and this and that. Don't you remember who fought for slavery? Who wrote and enforced the Jim Crow laws? Who founded and still controls the KKK? The Democrats. Come on. It's easy research, easy study. Race has been used in New Orleans, in Louisiana, to control the population and keep us fighting each other for generations, hundreds of years. In the 1990s, in the early 90s, and mid-90s, that's where I lived. I lived on the West Bank. And then in the mid-90s, I was homeless on Decatur. I lived on Decatur. Literally on Decatur. I stayed mostly right there by Molly's. That was 95. I felt safer on the streets of New Orleans in the early 90s with all the racial crap going on with David Duke than I do now. We've got more violence in the streets of New Orleans now than we did back then. And what has changed? We've continually followed down the same path. It is time for a change. If we want our city to get better, we have to do better. What is the definition of insanity? It's simply to continually do the same thing and expect different results. So the people of New Orleans are insane because they keep voting in the same people, the same type of people. Got a long list of freaking corruption in the city and our police department. So, I mean, how do we change that? Got to change our voting patterns. We need something new. So, get with NoLatoya.org. NoLatoya.org. And have her ass yanked out of office. They've got events coming up all over, and they've got a list on their website. And it's NoLatoya.org. NoLatoya.org. Vote her ass out. Get her freaking pulled out of office. Let's get somebody in there that's better. And if y'all can't think of somebody that's gonna be better, y'all can throw my name in there. The only problem is I haven't lived in the city in the last year. But if I did, I would run. And I'm a nobody. But I'm from New Orleans. I love my city. Not like Latoya when I looked her up. Where's she from? She's from California. No wonder she's fucking destroying our city. Look what them Californians have done to California. They've turned it into a fucking cesspool. But yeah, I wonder how that would go. Write me in. The Louisiana Free Patriot, Mayor of New Orleans. That'd be interesting. I wonder if I could win that. I know I won't, because I couldn't accept it anyway. And it'd be a pay cut. I make more money with my job as a crane operator than the mayor of New Orleans.